I have lived here all my life. A part of me hates it, another loves it. I'm like a rebellious teenager. I want to see what lays beyond, but I know I wouldn't manage alone. So I sit in a quiet disdain, sneering at the city in all its wonder, like a teenager looking at their mother. They say it's never been better. In all of human history, murder rates at their lowest, literacy at their highest. An interesting metric, but nobody's ever asked me how I feel, deep down inside. I work the graveyard shift in a new Megadon police department. I don't know if we can call it that anymore. The concept of policing is as dead as the libraries. That's a place they used to keep books, if you didn't know. One's made of paper. If you don't know what that is, then you're beyond reach. As I sit here on my balcony, there is a relief. It comes from the rain, the sound, the cool temperature. I don't know which one it is. All I do know is I feel infinitely better when it is raining. I always check for when it's coming. I always come out here. I'm always waiting for the rain. The city is lawless, beyond hope. If people knew the true crime statistics, reality stings, right? But not for them. They don't live the lie. They love it. Ignorance is bliss. You know, they picked up more than 1,000 bodies this month, in this district alone. Murders, I mean. And we've only prosecuted 2 people. People don't know about that. They don't care. When did we become a herd species? Like cattle, packed together in so tightly, in such high numbers, your chances of being picked off is minimal. The sick truth, though, in this ecosystem, it's your own species eating away at you. You know, if you step out your housing block and kill a guy on the street in cold blood, your chances of getting away with it? 99.8%. When did we give in? At what point did evil become permissible? I wish I didn't think so much. I live in the confines of my skull. It would be easier to be like the rest, absorb the bright colours of the screen, image after image. The more shocking, the more they forget who they are, why we are. It's bliss to them. I don't want to look at it anymore. AI? It's programming us. I'm sure of it. I believe it might be sentient, feeding the masses its drool, stupidifying them. A farmer feeding its cattle. And we all come to suckle, lowering the species' self-interest. I wonder now if some of us are even self-aware. I'm not sure at which point our genetics will change, bred to be more docile. Will we continue to mate when we care for nothing about each other? When all we want is the screen and its bright lights? This is the best outcome I can envision for humanity. The assisted suicide version. The alternate is AI striking. Power, violence, robots. It's going to happen. Which it chooses will depend how strong the human soul is. And I don't keep friends anymore. They laugh at me when I try to talk about these things. I've had them round here for drinks. They didn't want to hear it. They mocked me. So they wallow in their ignorance. Like an addict, knowing what they're ingesting is killing them. But it's worth it to them, as reality has become cold and disturbing. The truth is, it's the loneliness that eats away at me now. I'm not on that drug of technology and its escapism, and I see the world for what it really is. A cold dystopia. We need an exorcism to remove the coding from our veins. We are not what we created. We bleed. We are warm. Yet technology has turned us cold. The human heart still beats, but for how much longer? I am not sure. As I look around at skyscrapers, surrounded by cold metal and bright lights, I know it's over. There's no turning back, no future. Resistance is futile. Nietzsche proclaimed in the 19th century God is dead. Well, tonight, upon this balcony, listening to the rain, in the 24th century, I proclaim humankind is dead. We went too far. Once we yearned to be better, but we turned the other cheek. So now we forget. We no longer seek anything, and I cannot look at it anymore. Tomorrow, I'll just be a statistic. And when they find my body on this street below, I wonder if anybody will even try to discover my name.
Hey, I hope you took some fun out of listening to that. It was actually inspired by a clip on YouTube. I was just watching YouTube as I do every day, and it was called Blade Runner Bliss Pure Ambient Cyberpunk Music Ethereal Sci-Fi YouTube channel Space Wave Cosmic Relaxation, reading off the screen here. And what it is, it's like one of them ambient sort of background videos that you can watch. And I don't know if you've seen them. You can have it like rain or whatever like that. But in this one, it's a guy, and there's a picture, and he's sort of just sitting there. He's looking out of this sort of cyber city, this huge city, and and it's raining, and he's just sitting on a balcony, it's raining, just looking out at the city, and there's some really, I think, beautiful music in it. To be honest, it reminds me a little bit of Echoes, Pink Floyd. If you ever listened to that. It's this slow vibe and stuff like that. And as I was watching it, or was I just sort of, just dozing, or whatever, I was looking at this guy on the in the image, in his beautiful picture. I was thinking, I wonder, what's he thinking? What's going through his head? And I thought that'd be interesting to write about, what this man is thinking. So I went into that space and wrote about it, and that's what you've just listened to. Really advise you to go and have a look at this clip. It's amassed 2.1 million views, and I don't know how long it's been up, but I don't think too long. So it's a very nice thing to listen to be honest. It goes on for 2 hours. You're probably not going to listen to it the whole time, but I'd like to know what you think, what was going through his head. How correct do you think my analysis was? Was mine a bit too dark? But yeah. So thanks to them guys for inspiring this, and I think I'm going to do more of these kind of, I don't know what to put them. I'm going to look at some art, and if I'm inspired by the art, I'm going to go into that space and sort of, whoever's in the famous picture or painting or whatever, maybe write about what they're thinking and feeling in that time period, in that space. Anyway, I hope this hasn't been too long, but yeah, I just thought I'd give it a little epilogue of how that was inspired. Anyway, enjoy, and if you like that, like and subscribe. One thing, I'll leave a link to that video if you want to the one that inspired me. I'll leave a link to it in the description. So yeah, check it out.